Hello, this is Essie, the rich woman. I'm in my car right now. I wanted to make this video right now. This is when I feel like making it. I think it's like 4 something. It's not 5 yet. So, and it's Monday, my day off. I'm gonna go, and I think I'm gonna go to this restaurant I went to before. I gotta get back used to going out to eat by myself. I had a friend that we went out to eat together a lot. And so I got used to going out to eat with somebody. But before then, I went out to eat by myself. I went to the movies by myself. I went everywhere by myself. So I got to get back to going places by myself. I have been going to some restaurants and stuff by myself. So today I want to try this. Well, I already been there before. It's a seafood restaurant. But I want to give me one of those boils. It's like seafood in a bag. Yeah, so I want to give me one of those and give me some crab legs, some shrimps, and corn. I like corn. I like that corn on the cob. It's really good. I've been going to Texas Roadhouse more often because the place where I'm turning in my paperwork for the HUD apartments, they're by that Texas Roadhouse, which is a couple of cities away from me. So it's about between 20-25 minutes away from me. Yeah, around there, like 20 minutes. So yeah, I've been going to Texas Roadhouse more often. I really like Texas Roadhouse. I really like it. Their food is good. So I've been there three times recently, and one was with someone. And so the last 2 times by myself. And so yeah, so I'm finna go get me a bowl of like one of those bag with the seafood in it, because I never had one before. And so I wanted to try that, and I wanted something different today, I just didn't want to do like the usual, I'm getting so tired of the usual. When I get me a place, then I will start cooking. Yes, I already got me a little crock pot, but I want to give me a bigger crock pot. I'm going to be fixing me some pinto beans, some butter beans, some black eyed peas, fixing me some cornbread, and some ham hocks and turkey necks and collard greens. I'm going to be fixing that type of stuff where I can, like store it and then eat leftovers and make my food, last longer. I'm just over the fast food places. I don't know. We really don't know what they feeding us, and I'm hearing that they're putting human meat. They're putting human in our food. So that's why I stopped eating at McDonald's. It's kind of hot up in here. Yeah, so that's why I stopped eating at McDonald's, because they were putting. I heard that they were putting human meat in the food. So in like the hamburger meat, and I'm like, well, they probably doing it at Taco Bell too. That's ground beef. You just mix it on up in there. So yeah, and then just the quality of the food has went down. They're giving you less food and they're charging you more money. Less food, more money. I'm trying to get this. And so yeah, so I'm just over the fast food places. I really am just over it. I don't eat like chicken strips. I never really been a fan of chicken strips and chicken. I like chicken nuggets, but I don't eat it all the time. But I never been a fan of chicken strips and stuff like that. So when Cane's opened up around here, I did try it, because the one opened up in Temecula and it was just packed. Oh my God. So then one opened up in Marietta. And so I did try it, and I felt it was pretty good, But Cane's is not, like I say, I'm not a big fan of chicken strips. So Cane's is not a place that I will go to in the daytime, because too many other options of restaurants open in the daytime. But they're a place that I would go to late at night, because they're open late. But you go late at night and they give the food ain't even hot. It ain't even fresh. And I'm like, well, if you're not gonna get fresh food because y'all about to close, then the food should be half off. That's how I feel. So I stopped going to Cane's because of that. They about to close, so you get cold French fries, you get cold chicken chicken strips. So yeah, so I just stopped going to them. Their bread is good though, they butter bread. So today I got a call from my mother. Yes, that's who I was talking about this whole time, my mother. I'm just gonna say it because I'm tired of like talking around it. But yeah, I've been talking about my mother. I love my mother, and I know she has a problem. We all got problems, but she called me today, and she was talking nice. She knew I was mad, and she was trying to give me time to cool down. But I think, sometimes this is how I feel. I feel like I'm too nice. I was told in a dream that I am too nice. That's what I told, and I believe that my Heavenly Father was telling me that I am too nice, because that woman told me in that dream that I'm too nice, and she said it so stern, and she was not playing, and she made me cry in the dream. She made me cry because she told me I was too nice, and she was serious about when she was talking to me. And so you know how that saying, nice people ends last, or something like this. Something, I can't remember the exact saying, but it's saying basically it's not a good thing to be real nice. People use you, people take advantage of you, people mistreat you. And I am at that point where I'm like, I done had enough of this. I done had enough, so I tend to, I think, maybe get madder than I probably should get mad about the situation. But I feel like this: when somebody texts me, I text them back. If I care about you, if you are important to me, when I text you, when you text me, I'm going to text you back. If I don't text you back right away, I'm going to text you back in a reasonable amount of time. If you call, I'm going to answer. If I'm doing something, I'm not going to, I will answer it or text you and say I'm doing something or whatever. I'll text you back when I get a chance. I respond to people that are important in my life. I respond to them right away. And a lot of times I don't get the same back in response. So I know that some people are working, some people are more busier than I am. I'm busy, but with me doing Uber, I can set my own schedule and stuff like that. So other people, some of the other people have jobs where they have to be, set time, end time, and maybe they can't do, texting within the jobs, which I'm a very understanding person. But if it had went into a day, 2 days, and you still haven't texted me back or called me back or something like that, I feel like I'm insignificant. I'm not important enough to you. I know I'm important, but to you. So it just kind of like makes me want to draw back, because I'm treating you, I'm giving you the respect to respond back in a reasonable amount of time, but I don't feel like I'm getting the respect back. And I guess that goes along with me I feel like I'm being too nice. I feel like, with my mother, she called me today, and she was talking nice because she know I was mad. And I think my mother don't want me to cut her off again. Now, my mother have raised 9 kids, and I'm the only one that when she needs something, she calls me. I'm the only one that really do something, celebrate her for Mother's Day. The others don't. The others, when they're called, they want something. So I try not to. There was a time when I always been independent, and I always didn't want to ask somebody for nothing. But when I became homeless, and before I was working, there was times where I had to call my mother and ask her for some money or something like that. And sometimes she would give it to me right away. Sometimes she would make me wait 2 days. I don't know what this 2 days was about. But when I called my mother, it was the very last, like I was at the point, like desperate, because I hate to call and ask anybody for anything, because I always been very independent. But independent people, sometimes they fall, sometimes they need help, because you're so independent and you get to the point where you feel, overwhelmed. And so that's how I felt. But when I started working, I said I don't want to ask my mother for anything. I want to try to do for myself and stop asking people. Well, it was really just like, I think my mother, there were some people that was going to this church, and they used to bring me meals and stuff. So I don't get no more meals from that church. And no, I'm not asking. I haven't asked anybody for help or anything in a while. So I used to take my car, this car that I'm sitting in, it used to need work. And so I would use my mother's Goodyear credit card to get repairs done on my car, which I paid off that credit card that I used to get repairs done on my car. I paid it off, and once I paid it off, I said, I don't want to ask my mother for anything else, because I want to do for myself. I want to be independent. And plus, she got enough people asking her for money and stuff, things like that. She got enough people asking her for that. So I feel like sometimes, nice people get taken for granted. Nice people is not appreciated. And that's how I was feeling from my mother. I wasn't feeling appreciated. I was feeling like, oh, Essie gonna always be there, because when I come around, I'm happy. I'm not sad. I'm not depressed. I'm 9 times out of 10, I'm always in a good mood. And so I feel like sometimes I just get mistreated, and they know that, I'm gonna still treat them the same, and I'm getting tired of it. I'm really getting tired of it. So I done set boundaries with my mother. I'm not gonna be going to her house, spending the night, and I'm not gonna be sitting up talking to her. So I said I'm not moving my car for her nephew. I'm not moving my car for her nephew. I'm the daughter. I come first, not him. So she's like, I really enjoy coming down there, I said, you can still come down here. I just won't be coming down there. And so she was like, okay. But yeah, I'm coming. I told her I was coming down there Wednesday because some packages came to her house. But I'm not going to sit in her house and talk. So I might go down there Wednesday if I don't change my mind. It'll be either this week or next week. And then I said, well, you want to go get some fish? She was like, yeah, because, usually when I go down there, I go get some fish. So she was like, yeah, I thought maybe you didn't want me to, go with you. And she was like, yeah, I want to go. So I was like, okay. I feel like I don't want to be, I had wrote these letters. I had like email. So I had wrote these letters I wanted to give my mother. But I felt like, after I calmed down, I felt like the emails was too harsh. And she is 75 years old. And so I don't want to be the cause of her to have a heart attack or, or just stress her out so much. I don't want to be the cause of that. So I decided not to give her the letters. But, just to set boundaries. And, if you're going to treat me like this, if you're going to be putting other people before me that should not go before me, then this is how I'm going to respond, So I'm not going to come to your house to sit up and talk to you. I won't be spending the night anymore. So if you want to see me, you can come out here and see me. Mother's Days or whatever, we can meet at a restaurant, and I pay for her food, and give her whatever gift I need to give her. But I'm not moving my car for nobody else. That's how I feel. I'm not moving my car for nobody else. And if she wanted me, see, she can move her car up and then 3 cars can fit on her property. But she says that when she move it up, because she got this Mercedes now, she had a Chrysler 300 and it's way bigger than her Mercedes she got now, and she used to move that car up and 3 cars would fit on her property. But now she's a little picky with this Mercedes, and the Mercedes is actually smaller. So, but she's trying to get it over to the side as much as she can, and she's saying that she's hitting the rail and the paint is coming off. That's what she's saying. And so now she doesn't want to move it up. Well, okay, that's fine. I can't come there and visit. It's like, okay, Mercedes over your daughter. That's okay. I can't come there and visit. So, because I'm definitely not moving my van for her nephew. I'm mad at him. I ain't even calling him my cousin right now. For her nephew. So, a friend is texting me. I have a nurse friend, and she is, I'm so proud of her, you know. Whenever I talk about her, I always say my nurse friend. So I had another friend, and so she would notice I would say my nurse friend, and she would say her doctor friend. She had a friend that she reunited with, so she would say my doctor friend. I guess she got a little jealous, whatever. So now she would say her doctor friend. I'm like, okay, whatever. But anyway, hold on a minute. Let me text her back. See how I text people back right away? That's how I am, because I just want to give people respect. Anyway, so yeah. So I think my mother probably thought I was going to cut her off, because I have cut her off before in the past for 4 years. And my sister has cut her off too, more. My sister has cut all of us off, put it like that. It's just not my mother, everybody in the family. So my sister, she disappeared for 7 years, and now she done disappeared again. And it's been over 6 years. I don't know exactly how long it's been, but I know one thing, it's been over 6 years, because I started back working in 2019 and she was not in the picture. So, oh yeah, so she said she just checking on me. Anyway, yeah, so, I'm setting like boundaries with her, and because I demand my respect from people. I feel like I'm just being too nice, and so I've been like speaking up too when I see things going on in businesses, like you making me wait to help me, when I know if I was a white man or a white woman, you would not be making me wait to help me while you do everything else in the store. So I had a situation with a cashier woman, a Cajun cashier woman in Albertsons, and she was just nasty to me. And I was third in line at the customer service, and right when it was time for me to walk up, she walks away to go help someone at the self-checkout stand. And not only was she helping someone, she was doing other things too. And so I'm just standing there the whole time looking at her. And so she came and she spoke. I spoke under my breath, and she was just nasty to me the whole time. She was counting out my money, and she was giving me hundreds, and I was like, $100 bills. I don't like $100 bills, because I used to work at the gas station, and we would give fake $100 bills. And I just know that $100 bills are harder to spend. And you know, if anything happened, it's always better to have lower bills. And so I asked her, did she have any lower bills? And she said, I can only give you 100, and that's it. Like, she said it like that, you know. And I was like, thinking to myself, wow, I sometimes I be so like surprised at how people talk to me that I be speechless, because I'm like, no, you didn't just say talk to me like that, So sometimes I don't say anything because I feel like if I say something, it's gonna either escalate or the person will fall in line and act like they're supposed to act, be professional. I feel like sometimes it's just a lot better to go and complain about the person, because we're in this country, white people are more believed than black people. So I could put her in her place right there. She's going to go back and say, I did this and it was all me. It was not her. It was all me, and stuff like that. So a lot of times I don't want to escalate something. So I will complain to a manager, or I will go email to corporate office. Yeah, so I did a review on the Albertsons, and I put her name because I saw her name tag. So I put her name in the review, and I said how she talked to me, and I said I believe it's because I'm a black woman, and she walked away and all this stuff when it was my turn. So yeah, I just did a review, but I've been wanting to go and talk to the manager. Now I called up there, and they told me who the two manager name was, but then when I was waiting online, I got sent to another phone and just wrong. So I'm like, okay, yeah. I still might go up there and talk to the manager about Miss, her name. I don't want to say her name, but I still might go up there and talk to the manager about what she did, because that was so out of line how she talked to me. So out of line. I don't know who she thinks she is. So yeah, so things like that just been really getting on my nerves and really bothering me, because I feel like I'm nice. Why are you talking to me like this? I didn't give you a reason to talk to me like this. So I treat people with respect, but I noticed that I haven't been getting the same respect back. So it's been really making me get angry inside, because I'm at the point where I'm like, you know what, I done had enough of this. So another issue I've been having is when I'm driving. I've been a school bus driver for 5.5 years. I drove public bus for 11 years. Now I've been doing Uber for 5 years. I cannot stand when people are it's Caucasian people mostly. That's who it is. I'm just be honest with you. Caucasian people, and it's just the truth, they have been brainwashed to think that black people are dumb and ignorant. I was watching a video, and this black man was saying that he was working on this job, and that this new guy came. It was two new people. One was a white man, and he was training the white man. So the white man, the guy named the black man, his name is Damien, and the white man that he was training kept calling him Dan. And so he would say, my name is not Dan, my name is Damien. Why you keep calling me Dan? But he was still kept calling him Dan. One day he came into the lunchroom. He said, hey, Dan. And there was a few white people started laughing. So he's like, why you keep calling me Dan? My name is Damien. So later on, another white man, when he went into the restroom, another white man went into the restroom with Damien, and he told him what Dan means. He said Dan means dumb as the N-word with the hard ER. Dumb as the N-word. And so he said he was so mad. He went to HR. He said he just went straight to HR. He told him what happened. They said to get it on video. They even had witnesses that said they heard him say that. But he got it on. He recorded the man calling him Dan. So he went to HR, and they fired him. So I was like, wow, that's some good information to know. So if anybody calls you, I'm talking to men, if they call you Dan and they keep saying Dan and your name is not Dan, that's what they calling you, dumb ass, the N-word. So yeah, so I'm getting to the point where I'm getting tired of people they think that we're dumb. They have been brainwashed to think that black people is dumb. So last night I had made a mistake and passed up the house because Uber had the house in the middle of the street. Ain't nobody house in the middle of the street. I had to make a left and then a right at that very first house on the corner. But I had passed it. So I know I have to turn around. So the girl in the back said, "Oh, I believe you just passed the house." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I'm trying to look for me a place to turn around. She said, "Oh, you can go up to this driveway right here and turn around." I said, "I know where to turn around at." A lot of times I don't say anything, but I'm like, it's happening so much. It's getting to the point where, like, I'm not dumb and ignorant. I know where to turn around at. If I have passed somebody's house, of course I have to turn around, right? And so I don't need you to tell me where to turn around at. I've been a driver for all these years. And so for her to tell me, "Oh, you could go right here and turn," don't do that. I know where to turn around at. So these riders are really getting on my nerves with that, trying to step by step tell me what to do. Like, I'm new to this. I've been driving since before that girl was born. She was young. I was driving before she was born. Like, so anyway, yeah. So these things is just really getting on my nerves, and I'm getting to the boiling point where I'm like, so I tend to get madder than I probably should. But I need to stop being so nice because, yeah, it's making me sick. So, yeah, I'm going to have to end my video. I didn't even mean for this video to go this long, but I'm going to have to end my video, and I'll talk to you guys another day. Y'all have a good day. Bye.